A group of hungry beasts race from one turn to the next, itching to lay their hands on the ultimate prize, the Golden Goose, first place. Initially, Taurino Racing wanted to organize and run their own racing series, accommodating only Ferrari race cars. However, in South Africa, this would not be very viable, and as a result, Taurino Racing was invited to participate in the already established and very popular Altec Porsche series. This would be Taurino Racing's first venture into racing the Ferrari 360 Challenge cars in South Africa. Many would think this to be a daunting task. However, Andrea himself had raced the Ferraris in Europe before, and with their strong ties with the top Italian race teams, they were extremely confident they would do very well.
Joining the series. Andrea Taurino has brought 4 Ferraris into the Altec Porsche Challenge. Lovely to see these cars mixing with the Porsches.
Yeah, I think it's about time that Ferrari comes to the party and starts racing in South Africa. And we're making this happen for a lot of our clients.
And the nice thing about it, it brings a whole new sound.
Oh, definitely. I think we need to have a combination of all sports cars in the series.
Now, Andrea, you're not just coming to demonstrate these going quickly around the circuit. You guys, I mean, you've got drivers that are really going to race.
No, definitely. No, the parade is over. From now on, we're actually going to race and we're going to try and be competitive.
And I must say, your lap times on practice are right in amongst the Porsches.
Well, we got down to a 52 in practice, and I'm hoping that we can actually start improving from that point onwards.
When the Ferrari guys wanted to come and join, they said they had 1 or 2 guys that haven't raced before. They were inspected and watched by the Porsche Club Committee.
Taurino Racing entered 4 cars at the world-renowned Taurino racetrack. The Ferraris were instantly on pace, and more importantly, were hugely popular with the spectators.
There's Andre Bezuidenhout. He's got fuel problems there, and right on his tail is Andrea Taurino. He's going to be thrilled at position, and his teammate in the red car is Oscar D'Oliveira. They come across a very good race there.
Well, first of all, being Italian, I mean, the best or most lucrative type of brand that any Italian would like to race would be a Ferrari, and I'm actually fortunate enough to be in that situation and competed in the Porsche Altec series for 2007.
You saw him doing well in Volkswagen racing, and now for the first time out with the Altec Unlimited racing with Porsche. Oscar D'Oliveira is in a Ferrari and doing well.
Yeah, Roger, a little bit faster than the Golf. The racing's not as close, but it's definitely quicker. Fantastic car to drive. It's just another animal altogether. Yeah.
Meaning what?
It's 420 horsepower versus 120, 18-inch slicks, big Brembos. It's phenomenal. It's like a go-kart on steroids. It's such a pleasure to drive something like this. They're fantastic.
And I think this entry of Ferraris into the racing is going to improve over the 4 that you got.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that the Porsche guys and Altec have invited us to come and join them, and this is what these cars are actually built to do, is race. And we've had a wonderful response, and that's such a lovely car to race. And I think it's good for the crowd as well to see something a little different out there. We just got to make them make a little bit more noise. They've still got the catalytic converters and a standard exhaust, so we'll be changing that for the next race.
We want to hear them screaming.
Yeah, it's got to sound like a Ferrari. We've got to make them a little bit louder, but watch the space, it's coming.
Initially, the Ferraris were stock standard as they were raced in the European specs. But as the season progressed, the cars were developed for further performance, with probably the most noticeable change being in the exhaust systems. The catalytic converters were removed, and the exhaust systems re-engineered to not only provide power, but also to give the distinct wondrous sound that only a Ferrari V8 can create.
One thing we do pride ourselves here at Taurino Racing is being able to actually race prepare all our clients' cars as equal as our own. And it shows in the 2007 series where our cars were sometimes not as competitive and at other times more competitive than the rest.
Taurino Racing's main objective on the motor racing side is to offer our clients the ultimate in the motor racing experience. So we facilitate all aspects of racing, from transporting the vehicles to the track, race car preparation, trackside assistance. So basically we're a turnkey solution for our clients, that they don't have to worry about anything when it comes to going motor racing with their Ferraris.
With our strong ties in the Italian teams that actually compete in the Challenge Series, we're able to retrieve a lot of information from them and install that into our racing cars so that we can actually give our clients the optimum type of setup and performance out of this car.
We've got extensive facilities and equipment, we've got also very highly trained and experienced technicians and mechanics that work on the cars from a race setup point of view. Again, on the technology side, we've got all the data logging equipment, so we can aid our clients from the driving point of view in terms of looking at the data at the racetrack and giving them the ultimate solution in getting these lap times down to an optimum.
Right, Andre, we've downloaded some data and I think I know where we can get some time. Coming down the mine shaft through the fast sweeper, instead of running it flat out, I think if you lift, settle the car, turn it in and then get back on the gas, when you come out will be straighter, we can brake a little bit later.
We'll be down to that level.
Yeah, let's have a look at it. There we go, you can see if I do the overlay of the two, you can see there we can brake quite a bit later and in a straight line as well. So
What speed are we planning to do there?
Pulling
Kink off the mine shaft?
190 at the apex, 190 kilometers an hour at the apex, and just over that, it's about 198. But the whole thing is that coming into the next turn, you can slow the car down better.
How many gears do we actually drop? 2?
Yeah, we're going from 5th down to 3rd gear. But the main thing is that you can stop the car and you can turn in a little bit earlier and not overshoot the turn like that. So I'm going to try that on the next one.
Like you see, the cars behind me are the 360 Challenge cars, and in South Africa we currently race them in the Porsche Altec Unlimited series. The cars are extremely competitive, they do very well and are actually current 2007 Class B champions. So the cars are extremely competitive in that series and in that racing formula.
Taurino Racing plans to continue racing in the Altec series and is looking at growing the Ferrari contingent in the series.